3BC.
I was singing. Okay. Hello, everybody. It is another episode of 3BC. This is your girl, Joy, and I have my BCs here, Chloe and KC the Alchemist. One solo is in the wind today. How you doing, girls?
Just dandy.
Yeah. So before we get to our special guest, that intro was a little bit of a hint about what we're going to be talking about today, and that is computer love, the hot nerd trend from awkward to awesome, from not to hot. Computer geeks are hot right now. Nerdom is cool. Poindexter's obsolete. Comic-Con is a thing. Books, writers, scholars are sexy, although I always thought they were sexy. And cool nerd is actually a look. It's a thing. And I got some nerd baes actually that I like too. Like I like Trevor Noah. The real life Raj Kutherpali. I don't know his real name. But he's smoking in real life. Van Jones, of course, and Spencer Reed on Criminal Minds. I'm just talking about looks. We don't have to talk about politics. And Spencer Reed on Criminal Minds. So y'all got
Van Jones is so very obviously gay.
Oh, that's not the point. Well, let me go ahead since Richard is fucking with my nerd bay situation. I'm gonna go and introduce y'all, and then I'm gonna see who the girls got on the nerd bay. So let me introduce our own nerd bays on the Kudzukian Network and our compatriots, Markus Seaberry from Black Nerd Power.
Outside.
No, go ahead. Markus Seaberry from Black Nerd Power.
What's going on, y'all?
Richard Douglas Jones the second.
Just Richard Douglas Jones.
Douglas Jones. You had a numeral, I thought. From
completely unnecessary. I don't know about you ladies, but my vagina is killing me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
For what? Has it been busy?
I mean, you know, we did a show on personal lubrication and
do you mean the WAP?
Yeah, the WAP. So, you know, just getting a ride on my slip and slide. That's
well, if you need help.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
With your WAP, please check our previous episode on Weed Lube.
Yes.
And we can help get your WAP together.
Yeah.
The
get
it. Cannabis lube.
Yeah. We ain't got to tell nobody.
Yeah, get rid of that DAP.
Yeah,
right. It's not a WAP. It's a DAP. It's
then a DAP ain't a good thing to have. No, it's not a good thing.
You gotta go see a doctor.
But I'm gonna tell you now who, for me personally, would always get that WAP is my top nerd bae, Aldous Hodge. Now you may know him from Leverage. That's when I first fell for him. He played
nigga workout. That don't count.
Wait, hold up. So let me run you his credentials before you try to drag my bae. First of all, he played the clarinet. He played the violin. He attended UCLA at age 14.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Is he a watchmaker?
Yes, I'm getting to that. Don't rush my story. Amen. Stay with me. You know, Aldous Hodge, chapter 13, verse 11. He was intern in an architecture firm for age 13 to 15. And he actually went to school for that, I believe. But yes, he got into watchmaking, and now he's like the trustee of the Horological Society in New York. Yeah, and he has his own.
He's a nerd. You're right.
Guilloche machine. Yes, he engineers, designs, all that with the watches. He is a nerd to the fullest power, and he is smoking hot.
I respect it.
And he was the first guy on the game, on the what do you call it?
Oh yeah, when they did the backdoor pilot on Girlfriend.
Right. Yep. Yeah. He was the first one. He was the first one of those twins. Which one of those Mario twins is it? Was it Tia?
Tia.
Yeah. It was and I forgot what was his name on the show.
Was
But
it-
anyway,
Derwin.
Blue?
He was
Was he
Derwin.
blue?
Derwin.
No.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
the first
Derwin.
Derwin.
Was he?
Before he got, and then
uh,
he got Leverage, and so then he ended up being on Leverage. But for the
So-
pilot show, he was the first
That's
Derwin.
right. He sure was.
It was.
Most people
So,
don't remember
Paul, who
that.
you got?
I had Van Jones again for the look, because I just like the look. Okay,
We're
I
not
said
talking
for the
politics.
look. My other imaginary person is Sterling Williams' character on This Is Us. I love him. He was a nerd growing
Oh,
up.
Sterling K. Brown, girl.
Where did I say Sterling Williams?
I don't
Lord,
know.
I don't know.
Were you
I think
thinking
I know somebody
Sherwin
named Sterling
Williams?
Williams. Hold on. Sterling K. Brown. Wrong Sterling. Anyway, that is my darn celebrity crush and nerd crush. I have no idea if he's a nerd in real life, but he plays an excellent one on This Is Us.
I love him.
That is my nerd crush. But I have a hard time classifying many people as nerds because I went to nerd schools. And so people
Yeah.
who would assume.
Well, we
assume
went to the
were-
same schools. so-
Right. That we were all nerds that didn't go to
Right.
our school. So it's hard for me sometimes to say who's actually a nerd because I was surrounded by people who other people would call nerds, but I would never call them a nerd.
We're
you
not
had to be
nerds.
Because nerd was
super
norm.
duper
for us.
nerdy to be called a
was the
nerd. That
norm.
was the norm.
It was.
So it's actually hard for me to identify people and say, oh, he's a nerd. You know what I mean? So
Well, let's bring the guys in. Guys, do you consider yourself a hot nerd?
I mean,
You
I don't know
go
about being
from-
no hot nerd, man. It's too much childhood trauma. Folks calling me ugly in my face. Like,
God.
I ain't gonna lie. I finally
so
saw
sorry.
somebody that I knew looked worse than me. I was like, okay, I gotta be all right.
God.
That nigga ugly. I am a nerd, though. I mean, I'm just a
But
nerd.
I mean, you're married, so you went from nope to yep at some point. What happened?
I found somebody that liked it.
Okay.
What made
I know
you
somebody
classify
like
you as
it.
a nerd, though.
Richard.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. I'm cute.
What don't think he was getting a light skin pass, Richard?
See, there y'all go with that bullshit.
Oh, not y'all. Don't do y'all.
I did not.
I'm
I didn't,
messing
no,
with
I
I did
didn't
not
say
get.
it.
I never got any kind of pass. I didn't come until my
I'm just
own.
messing with you. Go ahead.
Aesthetically, I didn't come into my own until well into my 30s, and
Amen.
I discovered that I was a whiny bitch and I needed to work out more. So once I took care of those things, I was good. I was like, how come I don't have a girlfriend? And they was like, nigga, that.
Stop whining.
And so I was like, all right, cool.
So
and
you went
yeah,
from nope to yep in your 30s.
I guess I don't know. I didn't really like this whole concept of nerddom is very interesting to me. In that people think that they watch like 2 Marvel movies and like, oh, I like Marvel movies. I'm a nerd now. Shut up. No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
You like movies.
Not.
You like movies. Or I bought this T-shirt. I'm a nerd now. No, you're not. You bought a T-shirt and watched the movie. Shut up.
Is
You're
that
not
why
a
you
nerd.
rolled your eyes at the cool nerd
Oh
look?
God, yeah. God, yeah.
It's a look.
Yeah, that's the
According
thing.
to
Yeah, but nerdom is a way of life, though.
It is.
Like, you know, it started with like Transformers and from well, like me and like Star Wars and like, you know, I was getting Star Wars trading cards before I saw the Star Wars movies. And you know, I had the extras and I had the little collecting case shaped like Darth Vader. Like, I wasn't doing this shit for status.
With
It
the
was just shit
figurines.
that I love. And like,
Right.
you know, like I said, nerdom just been a way of life. I don't know.
I'm starting to question this. My daddy is based on some stuff y'all saying.
Yeah,
He
if
just
you
happened to
never
be
had
cute,
somebody tell,
and he's
if
been
you,
sliding through.
yeah, no, if you ain't never had nobody tell you gone somewhere with that white shit, then like you're not a nerd.
You're
Like,
not a
get out of here.
nerd.
Well, or what
You know-
about standing in line for hours? I mean, he would torture us with Star Wars. Star Wars was almost traumatic for me because I can remember standing in lines for hours as a child in the hot sun, waiting to see the movie, and he didn't really care. That Raiders of the Lost Ark, because he was a Star Wars like fanatic.
Well, there's a line between I'm a fan, I'm a super fan, and I'm a nerd. You know,
Okay.
Yes.
because just because I saw, you know, all 3 of the Star Wars movies at that time did not make me a nerd. But
Right.
as I've gotten older, when I talk to men and they say, oh yeah, I'm a nerd, I'm a fan of this, that, and the third. Okay, did you read the comic books? What's so-and-so's origin story? What was their original superpower? How did they transition from this comic writer to this comic writer? If you can't give me some backstory, you think
Gotcha.
you're a fan, like Richard said,
Yeah.
just because you saw some movies. You know,
And that's what I want to know.
Then I'm
too.
gonna
What
test your
classifies-
gangster.
Right. And I'd like to know what else classifies you as being a nerd. But I'm watching the
They have their
is
Star
that the
Wars.
Falcon?
Y'all
Is that
can't
the
see
name
it.
of it?
Y'all can't
No,
see it,
this
but
is
they
not the
have their
Millennium Falcon. It is an
paraphernalia.
Imperial Star Destroyer.
See, that's
And
where
that's-
you know.
And that's Lando Calrissian, baby.
And
my
smoothest nigga together.
Lando,
he was
the
cool.
Lando blow up doll.
The
thing,
only
whatever
doll
that
I
thing is.
have is the new one with the new child on there, but that's because I thought it might be a collector's item. So that's a
Oh.
different story.
I
It's
have his
still in the
Funko
box
Pop.
too.
Yeah. I have his little Funko Pop of Donald Glover as Lando from the Solo movie.
Mhm.
But also, guys, I want to stress though, you can nerd about anything.
Mhm.
Like there's some horseback riding nerds out there.
I'm kind of a book nerd.
Yeah, and they're book nerds. They're like, I got a friend that's a straight up financial nerd because he stay with financial services and this and that and helping
We've
people.
decided if there's any subject that you can talk about to the point where it annoys people, that usually means that that's something that you're nerdy about. If like people
Yeah.
need to get out of the conversation because you talking about cookware that you bought, you're a cookware nerd probably.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about that paradigm shift though, because you know, in the 80s and when we were growing up in the 80s and early 90s, the nerd character always looked a certain way, liked certain things, spoke a certain way or whatever. Like Urkel, as annoying and horrible as that show was and his character, but like a Urkel or like,
That's a
you know,
geek.
all the
We had Urkel
he's
and
a
Carlton.
geek.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
missed the
Urkel
nerd.
Carlton
I
and
meant to
Dwayne
say
Wayne.
Will Smith was my other nerd because Will Smith is a nerd.
Is he a nerd or is he
He's
just
goofy.
smart?
Nah, he's a legit nerd. Like
He's
he
a legit
turned down
nerd.
a full ride to
MIT,
MIT to like
yeah.
go be a
For
rapper.
real?
Mathematician, yes.
Yeah.
Will Smith is a nerd.
Shut up. I didn't
And
know
he
that.
still does nerdy like stuff. And
I just
has
thought it was-
documentaries and videos
Yes, he
on
does.
nerdy shit. So
Marcus, you were saying something?
I was saying, hey, I kind of like Family Matters.
I hate Family Matters so much.
I'm
But that's
sorry.
I liked it back then. For what
I
it
mean,
was.
Yeah.
now I ain't gonna lie. Once Urkel started turning into like Elvis
Stephon.
and Bruce Lee and all that, I was like, okay, this
Stephon.
a lot. You're doing a lot.
Stephon
Now,
so fine.
Stephon was cool. Stephon was like my dream. Like one day I'll be a Stephon, and because it was like 90, because it was like 92. So I used terms like fly honeys. One day I'll be the Daddy Mac. I'll be the Daddy Mac.
Yo, he used to hang out when I lived in New York. He used to hang out at the parties, and I would see him at the parties, and it was so weird. I mean, he'd be hard dancing too.
He used to hang out in Memphis with Penny.
Oh my God, it was so weird. But anyway, question for the guys. What is sexy to you beyond the low bar stuff? Like beyond just a big booty, big titty. Like what's sexy to you? Is there some nerd dirty talk y'all like or nerd sexy?
Nah, just intelligence.
Or just regular low bar
in general.
shit?
Yeah, just intelligence in general is attractive to me. Like I have
Amen.
ended relationships with women that I later discovered were dumb as shit.
Right.
It's
Me
just
too.
like,
You consider yourself a
I got past all of that, and it turns out that you believe in YouTube conspiracy theories. Shit, you have got to go. I
Do
can't.
you consider yourself a sapiosexual?
No, I mean to a certain extent, but I wouldn't say that it's the top priority. I mean, let's be real. Aesthetics are are always going to take precedence, but without intelligence, there is definitely I gotta go in the back and have a conversation. Like, come on, we can do this. We can do this. She's down. We can do this.
I mean, we still like ass and titties, but it's just, I'm talkative. Eventually, I'm going to want to talk.
Yes.
Right.
So I need you to have.
Yeah, that's Seaberry. Seaberry never had a whole face, so that's.
How long you been married?
6 years.
Same amount of time as we've been making Black Nerd Power here on the Kudzukian Network. I don't know. We have to do brand drops sometimes, and just in case y'all needed to do one, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you. We do. Thank you. And can you do your crossover for us?
A Kudzukian crossover. Over.
And thank you. And you are listening to 3BC with our special guests and Kudzukian compatriots from Black Nerd Power, Markus Seaberry and Richard Douglas Jones. No Roman numeral needed. Markus, what you're saying?
Yeah, I was just saying, like I said, we dudes. We like titties and ass buddies and next other. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pornhub is great.
You said you never seen Pornhub, or you never been to a strip club. Which one was it?
I said never been to a strip club.
Everybody's lying if you say you never been to Pornhub. Hell,
my bad.
Come on now.
My bad.
But I'm just saying.
I just went for the first time, Chloe.
Really?
Well, you
went looking for that George Floyd video, didn't you?
No, my friend sent me that. I did not ask to see that. I was like, oh, dear
I don't want to see that. I
didn't even know who it was.
Porn? George Floyd porn. George Floyd porn is actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, well, I heard he was kind of impressive.
Yeah, that's basically what I was looking at. That's like
he was hung like a donkey.
I see why that cop killed him. He was mad. That is clear.
He was mad as hell. It was literal penis envy. Oh my God. I did not want to see that. I kind of wanted to unsee it, but no. Casey recommended some lesbian porn for me. I had never seen it, so I watched the one, and that was enough. We good. I'm straight.
Was it pirate themed and they called it like Scissor Me Timber or something?
Oh, no, hell no. That's for basic white girls who like pumpkin spice lattes and Uggs.
Yeah.
But the whole point, though, is like, I like intelligence too. And in terms of nerdy stuff that turns me on, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a sucker for a cute, intelligent chicken. A cute, intelligent woman in glasses. I'm still a sucker for that. Like Ava DuVernay.
Don't get her started. Don't get Casey
Bless her
started.
heart.
That's her.
Let me tell you look, as a person that has met Ava DuVernay and has gotten caught by Ava DuVernay looking at Ava DuVernay's booty, speak on that, Miss Seaberry. I told y'all from jump. I came on the show. I was like, look, y'all don't understand. Ava DuVernay could get it. They were like, what? Queen Sugar, respect. I was like, she got a don't, bro. Like, don't.
Girl, and what did you say when she caught you looking, or did
nothing?
What happened?
I would look. I was unashamed looking at that booty. I looked at. She caught me looking and looked at me and just kind of smiled, and I was like,
you pretty baby.
You
like,
see
you know what you got back there, girl.
That's right. Bae is fine and smart, head to toe.
Casey loves Ava DuVernay. That's her lady bae.
I'm ready to jump ship any day.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I understand.
Do either of you watch anime?
I watch some. I'm pretty picky. I tend to like superhero parody or superhero adjacent stuff like My Hero Academia.
I love that one.
I was asleep because there's a brand new episode of My Hero Academia. I fell asleep watching. That's why I was late.
Yeah.
Oh, they like dubbing season 4.
It's just the one episode. It's not a whole season. It's just one episode.
Oh, but they put out a new episode?
One new episode, yes.
Oh, wow. Hopefully that'll
see how we nerd
that'll
out.
Come on Hulu soon.
It's already on Hulu. That's what I watched it on, but it's subs. And I know you don't like subs.
See, that question is actually on my checklist with men.
I watched season 4 in subs. I sucked it up.
Subs versus dubs is on your list.
Well, 1, do you watch anime? And 2, what's your preference? Subs versus dubs. I don't really care about the second one, but if you don't have something to say to that, then I already know it's a chop.
My preference is dubs. Even though the one of the English voiceover anime actors I got beef with, but still I'm able.
Yes,
I'm able to see past the art to see the person. But Christopher Sabat, the dude that voices Vegeta in Dragon Ball and All Might on My Hero Academia, beat ass on site orders.
My son has to listen to this episode.
What is subs and dubs though for everybody else who doesn't nerd out in this particular way?
Because most anime is made in Japan.
All anime is made in Japan. If it ain't made in Japan, it ain't anime.
I'm sorry. All anime is made in Japan, and normally they have Japanese voice actors speaking. In Japanese. So dubs is when they have English actors.
Okay.
Yeah.
And subtitles then.
Yeah. Subtitles is...
Look at how context clues work.
It's like you hear Japanese, but you have the English subtitle down. And I mean, that's more of like getting the original intent of what they wanted. But I'm lazy. I tend to multitask and do stuff while I'm watching TV. And with subtitles, I have to sit there and pay attention, man.
Right.
I'm also a little bit. Speaking of, I'm also a little bit of an indie movie, foreign movie nerd. Just a tiny bit.
Oh, I like indie movies.
I love indie.
I am an independent film actor in the Memphis area. I've had several films at the Indie Memphis Award.
Wow.
Awards. Yeah.
Okay.
You have to let us know what they are so we can look them up.
Yes.
Well. Now, one movie that I'm in is actually on Amazon Prime right now. It's called Lights, Camera, Bullshit. That was shot in the Memphis area.
Light skin or bullshit? Because I'm going to look that up tonight.
Lights, camera, girl.
Oh, girl. It said, I thought he said light skin, Lord Jesus. Lights,
camera, bullshit. Y'all can check out Mr. Markus Seaberry and Lights, Camera, Bullshit on Amazon Prime. I have another question for y'all. Cosplay or nah?
Yes.
Richard does excellent cosplay. I'm gonna be real. My cosplay be lazy as hell. It normally involves a black leather jacket because I have one and like an afro. So I'll be like, "Hey, I'm a Black Panther," or "Hey, I put on a suit and now I'm Samuel Jackson and Puff Fiction." But also, I lack body confidence because I'm fat. So I feel like if I'm Black Panther, in my mind I'll be fat Black Panther.
Who cares?
Does that go back to your childhood trauma you were speaking of?
What you say?
Does that go back to your childhood trauma you were speaking of?
No, because I was skinny when I was little.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Gut trauma because I got fat in my gut.
Boudoir. Who cares?
Dude.
No, but when you're talking about cosplay.
Whoa. You're talking about role playing, cosplay, and role playing.
I'm talking about cosplay.
No, you don't do cosplay in the bedroom. That's role playing. Cosplay.
Yeah, that's role playing.
Yeah, girl, that is two different things.
That's role playing. Cosplay.
Yes.
Okay.
Role playing is in the bed.
Out in the world. Do you know how many chunky Harley Quinns I saw at the Comic-Con down in Dallas? Bruh, please. It doesn't matter.
It matters to me. It's my hang up because I've been reading comics for so long. So I feel like Black Panther should be a certain body type. Now, there are some characters that I think I might cosplay because they're fully covered. Like there's a character called the Winter Soldier. He's fully covered and has like a cybernetic arm. I'm like, well, I can be fat and be him.
Yeah, you could be
Falcon and be him.
And you can be the Black Panther. Maybe you the Black Panther who's on a hiatus, or the Black Panther who's on vacation,
or Black Panther who likes sandwiches,
or Black Panther the later years.
Right. I was ready to say Black Panther. You can be whatever Black Panther you want.
I have, like I said, I hear y'all. This is just my hang up on body confidence.
We're about body positivity. We on 3BC about body positivity,
That's
even when
right.
it comes to men, and sex positivity. We're body pos and sex pos on 3BC.
Yes.
And we are positive.
So-
You can be whatever Black Panther you want to be.
Correct.
So, Richard, have you done cosplay?
Yeah, a couple of times.
What'd you do?
Usually I'll do Jedi. I've got a full like head to toe Jedi costume with a lightsaber. I have a costume for One Punch Man that I'm working on. That's really kind of
Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, Doctor Who. I've done the 12th Doctor. And so yeah, just buying some new pieces. Like I said, I'm gonna finish up One Punch Man, I think, and then I'm probably gonna do the 13th Doctor because he's my favorite.
Are you going to a convention with these, or are you just prepping?
Nah, it's just out. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's when we go to cons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I miss cons.
I was
Damn
just
you,
going to say
Rona.
the same thing.
Damn you, Rona.
You whore.
Next year, y'all. Next year. We're
Nah,
gonna
it'll
look
probably
forward
be
to-
2022 if we lucky.
2
Yeah.
years.
I'm gonna hold out hope for next year, at least mentally. That just will help me
Okay,
get through.
really? You gonna hold out hope?
She's
considering
never
every
been to a
black-
con, so she
Every black person
doesn't
you talk
know.
to says something stupid like, you believe in that shit? You believe in that? No, you believe in that? You think that's real? You believe in that shit?
All my
Yeah,
next
yo,
door
you-
neighbors having parties that are like 40 damn deep. Nah,
Ooh.
our black ass is gonna be in the
It's a
house for a while.
CON spirit.
Okay, maybe
5G
okay,
network.
maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's 5G
That's right.
bullshit.
And the
Oh,
5G.
God, don't start with that shit. Fucking-
Carrie
5G
Hilton.
thing. I
Super
had neighbors
dumb.
going in on that. I've been seeing the 5G posts in the neighborhood. We need to really be careful. Like, oh my God.
No, you don't.
You don't really need
It's
to get
okay.
that.
The radio in your car and your phone in your pocket is irradiating you more than any 5G will.
Exactly.
And your phone is
Your
right
damn
up on your
microwave
nut.
probably is if you're standing in
Correct.
front of it more than the 5G tower over there.
Correct.
You know how the Bible says the poor will always be with us? Well, I've come to an understanding that these stupid will also always be with us.
Correct.
Watch the movie Idiocracy. I tell you, it's a
That is
movie that
historical
everyone
fiction.
should see.
I miss when that movie was fiction and not a damn documentary.
Yeah, because it's
For
definitely
real.
a documentary now. It's
It's
so
reality.
real and becoming much more real. I mean, I just hope nobody thinks Gatorade is water. I mean, but
Oh,
we'll step
you
away
know
from
they
that.
do.
Gotta have electrolytes.
Well,
Yeah, you can get
go.
electrolyte water though.
No,
So
that's
I
a
want to
line- it's a
thank
line from the
these-
movie.
I want to thank our guys for coming on today. We have to wrap up our show, but thank you for coming on today, guys.
This was fun.
Can
This
you
fun.
shout out your quickly shout
That's
out?
it. Quick and dirty.
It's quick and dirty, Jeremy. And
I
Jeremy,
know.
let's go.
At least leave the money on the table.
Right.
I prefer it on the dresser.
At least tell me you're gonna respect me in the morning. Something.
Right. At least kiss
I'll
on the
shoot
mouth.
it to you in a
Baby,
Lord.
I will respect you in the morning, baby. Don't worry.
All right. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
don't
All
need
right.
respect. I just like kissing, and these don't sound like kissing prices. This is
And you can get kisses in the morning, sugar.
Do you take kissing emojis?
yeah.
All right, I got you.
I mean, I don't know if I ever have, but I guess I'm still old. I'd be like, what is this newfangled stuff on the phone, baby?
This one does not like kissing, but I'll kiss you in the morning, baby, and respect you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, guys, Richard, Markus, Black Nerd Power. Check it out on the Kudzukian Network. Thank you again for coming and chit-chatting with us. Ladies, Casey the Alchemist and Chloe, thanks as always for a fun conversation. This is your girl, Joy. You listen to 3BC, powered by the Kudzukian Network. See you next time. And vote. Make sure you vote. Let's not keep the idiocracy in place.
And mask up.
Yeah, mask up too.
Yeah, real talk.
3BC, recorded at Kudzukian Studios, directed, produced, and distributed by Kudzukian.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/3BC.